Hey, what's going on, guys? Coming again here. Today I got a request from one of my subscribers asking me to help him with scraping this gtla.org site containing the list of lawyers. So my goal is to scrape name, company, address, telephone, email, website, and this social links, social net links as well. So we're going to be using Python SCRAPY framework, and without further ado, let's actually start writing some code. So here in the current working directory, I've created a file called gtla.py, and the very first thing to consider, I want to say that this is the script to scrape lawyers. I hope I've spelled lawyers correctly. No, I didn't. Okay. Copy, or did I? Lawyers from gtla.com. And the very first thing to consider, we need to import some packages. So I need to import SCRAPY, and then, SCRAPY, then from scrapy.crawler, I need to import crawler process, and this is needed in order to be able to run this SCRAPY spider from within Python script. Then I'm not sure if I need the selector. Well, probably from scrapy.selector I just want to import the selector constructor. This would be used in order to being able to locally extract data from the response that I will first store in the current working directory, and then I would be extracting data from that, and then I'll get back to crawling the site. So the idea behind this technique is just to avoid torturing website during the debugging of your spider, basically. So here we have this GTLA scraper class, so let's call it class GTLA scraper. It's not really that great. Let's call it lawyer scraper instead. Lawyer scraper, and it would be inheriting from scrapy.spider like this. Okay. And the main driver, the idea behind this is we can distinguish between using the script directly or as a module being imported to somewhat a different project. So if name is equal to main, this means that we're running the script directly. In this case, we want to run the scraper, so this code fires. Otherwise, if we just import this to another project, this code is not going to be working, but we would be still able to create a scraper instance somewhere else, call the methods and things like that. So here we want to create the instance of the crawler process like this, and then we need to say process.crawl and passing the name of a spider as an argument, and finally saying process.start. Okay, so, well, actually, yeah, here I just want to provide the scraper name, let's call it GTLA, whatever name, doesn't matter really, and let's actually try to run this to make sure that I didn't make any typos or something. So Python 3 and gtla.py. Okay, so the spider is being activated, so we can move on basically. Now I want to, just wondering, should I start with a, yeah, probably start with, sorry, what have I done? Oh, okay, new subscriber, thanks Nicholas, thanks for subscribing. Okay, probably it's not to Code but to chess programming in general, but nevertheless. Okay, so copy, and here I want to define the base URL. So base URL would be equal to this one. Okay. And another little idea. So the page number parameter, I would have dropped this for a while. No, I can simply make it like this. Yeah. And then I would have abandoned the page. So I'm thinking, do I really need to provide the header? Well, actually I don't, because I'm in the user agent, because I've been checking this already and it works without providing the user agent. But on the other hand, from the didactic perspective, this might be making some sense. So let's probably add them. So custom headers, and just create the headers dictionary. And let me just try to grab the user agent from my browser. So updating the page, go into network tab, picking up whatever response, doesn't matter, just want to grab my user agent. Okay, this is it. Copy, and here I specify the user agent key, and the value is this one. Okay, and now I can provide the what is known as the crawler's entry point. So crawler's entry point like this, and there is the method called start requests. This is the method from the SCRAPY spider we're inheriting from this one. It only takes the self instance, and here this method is called in order to actually start crawling. So here we'll need to loop over the range of pages, because here are up to 10 pages on this side. It doesn't show the number of pages, but I've already figured that out by trial and error method. So we can simply say like loop over the range of pages. So we can say for page in range from 1 to, I say 11, so it would be page number 10, would be the last one. Let's first just print the page. Obviously this would give us an error now because we're not crawling anything within our start request method, but anyway, I just wanted to make sure that the pages are done correctly. So now we want to generate next page URL. So next page would be equal to self.base URL plus, and stringifying the page in order to concatenate the two strings, this page with this base URL. And let's print the next page now. So now it should be okay, so yeah, now it actually creates the real URLs. Let's try a random one to make sure it actually generated correctly. So we do retrieve some data in return, and we do, just perfect. Okay, so but anyway, we don't really need to during the debugging process, we don't really need to make requests to all the pages, so we can just break out of this loop here. And here I just want to say crawl next page, and here we want to yield scrapy.request and the bunch of parameters. So URL would be equal to next page. Now headers would be equal to self.headers. So I'm using this headers that I've created in the class field, in the lawyer scraper class inner field. And finally the callback method. So callback, bearing in mind that SCRAPY actually does asynchronous HTTP requests, so when the response is ready, it would fire the callback function. So let's call it parse self.parse lawyers. Okay, and this is it. And actually now it's time to create the parse lawyers callback method. Def parse lawyers. it would be taking the self instance followed by the response object like this, and well, let's just print parse lawyers just to make sure that it actually fires. So parse lawyers, okay, and let's try to see if the callback function actually fires, if everything is kind of working there. Okay, it does. So from now on, again, like in order to avoid torturing the target server, I would just store locally the response, and then I would be working with a local copy of the response. And then when I would get done with that, I will then just reactivate the crawling process, and that's kind of it. So here I want temporarily store my response the following way. So I can say with open, and I call it res.html, and I want to write to the file string as file and say f.write, and I want to write the response.text. I just need to run it once. Now here res.html should appear. Okay, this is it. And also it's a good idea to actually open it in the browser to make sure that the data that we would be referencing is exactly the data that we've been scraping. You see, like, no CSS here, but all the data is available, which is absolutely fantastic. So we'll now go for the selectors. Well, selectors here might be a little bit different compared to how they look like here, because, well, some CSS applied. I don't know if JavaScript applied or not, but I would be extracting data from this local copy because it's more like this is actually what we have in particular. So anyway, let's inspect the element. First, I want to find the parent element of the corresponding card, and it seems like this span 12 well is the exact card selector we need. Okay, now here I want to open this file that we've just created, and now I would make use of this SCRAPY selector that we imported in the very beginning of this tutorial. So I'm creating the fake of the response object. It would be equal to selector and text equals to f.read. So I'm reading the textual data from the file, and this HTML becomes like initializer for the selector constructor, and at the very end we can say like response.css and so on, in order to actually being able to work with the parse data, just like if we were referencing the response selectors. Now for the debugging purposes, I just comment out this process stuff, and here I want to call parse lawyers directly. So lawyer scraper and parse lawyers, and I need to pass the lawyer scraper instance and nothing and just this empty string to mimic the response object. But yeah, so this is it. So response would be reinitialized, and let's actually run this. So crawler shouldn't get started now. Yeah, perfect. And now we already should be able to loop over lawyer cards. So for card in response.css, and we're looking for a div tag with the class equals to this one. And let's actually print print a string to make sure that this class actually does contain some sort of a data in it. Yeah, it does. Okay, this is good. So the next step to consider would be to start extracting the data. So I want to extract the name first, and it seems like span directory name. Okay, copy this one, and now it's already well, I call this variable features. So here, let's say extract card features. Maybe not the best ever name for the variable, but still features. Not that bad. By the way, I forgot to import JSON as well. So import JSON, and this would allow us to print every card in particular. So print JSON dumps, pretty print every card's data. JSON dumps and features and indentation equals to 2 spaces. Should print nothing at the moment. Okay, but okay, good. So let's say name, and here we use response.css, and this is the span, and the class equals to this one. And remember that we don't really see the text directly in this selector. It's in it's located within a nested selector. So we could have used like CSS and look for the B tag and text in it. This is one way of doing things. By the way, let's actually check whether that works and get. They should be working, but there is, yeah, it does work, but there is a little bit faster way of doing things. We can also say this like space, then star and text. This means to extract the text from the nested element and get like this. So this is another way of how to extract how to extract the data. But again, like for I believe that for didactic purposes, just for clarity, we can use this CSS and B text and get like this. And also we want to strip it just in order to avoid this. I don't really want this new lines being used, and actually strip doesn't work that nicely. So yeah, so let's replace the new lines by empty string. Okay, yeah, now this seems to be much better. But okay, so here is already a question arises that has been asked by my subscribers. So why on earth actually it gets the same name every time? Well, this is an interesting question. I'm a bit confused myself, so let's try to figure that out. Okay, I have no idea why this is happening, so let's try to figure this out. So I want to print card.get, just first to make sure if the HTML is different every time. And let's actually make a couple of new lines here as well. Okay. Okay. MC directory name. Okay. Well, this is really getting strange, because every time. So hold on a sec. Oh. Okay. Yeah, probably I've done exactly the same mistake that my subscriber did. Obviously, we need to reference the card, not the response object. Yeah, what am I doing? Obviously, we need to reference the card. So, yeah, now we have the different names. Sorry guys, I just really want to check my email to make sure whether this was the same issue in his code or not. I just don't really remember this. I'm really interested to know whether it is like that. So he sent me code here. Okay. Well, quite a bit a strange thing that he was using the card, but while still getting this issue. Well, I don't use the XPath in my web scraping practice, so it's hard to tell me why this code isn't working. But what I can say from the CSS perspective, yeah, now when we do use the card, actually everything is working properly. So we have different names everywhere needed. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move further on, and the next thing to extract would be this is the company, I guess, and the same structure. Okay. Well, no, here we don't. So here we don't really have a nested tag. So this star, we didn't use that star. Okay. Anyway, so I think we can just make it like so. So here I say company, and I don't need this apparently, and so let's have a look. Whoa. Oh, sorry guys, I need to say text, surely. Otherwise, just extract the entire selector. Okay, so now we got the company, perfect. And then let's go for address. I'm wondering whether address consists of the single element or the multiple elements. Straight address. Yeah, we'll grab this div item prop, this entire, and just grab the entire text of it. So address and card CSS, and we're looking for, oh sorry, we're looking for a div with an item prop equals to address, and I want to get all the text from it, get all, and probably would need some, yeah, some filtering. So okay, yeah, let's probably let's join this stuff by comma. Okay, and then I also want to replace the new line by empty string. So let's have a look. Okay, and yeah, it's a little bit too many commas here. So we can also print okay, just I want to use a list comprehension here, so we don't, yeah, just let's go a little bit different way. Okay, it's better begin from the very beginning, just to make it a little bit more clear what am I doing. So first I want to use the list comprehension here. Okay, so item for item in this list, and if item is not equal to the new line, so it now should filter all the new lines. Okay, come on, done something horribly wrong here. Hold on a sec, this should be working. Like, what is not JSON serializable? Oh, I need to get all like here. Okay. Okay, and now to filter. Okay. Oh, we actually do have commas here. Okay, perfect. We already do have the commas, so this means that most likely we can join by the empty line, and this should be working already. Okay, and yeah, now I think it's just literally enough to strip it. Okay, or you can use replace. Well, you can use this replace as well. Doesn't matter. Result is the same. Okay, so let's move further on. What else can we extract here? So telephone. This is interesting. So okay. Wondering, no item props here, postal code, okay. Yeah, this is a little bit weird because the selectors don't have any unique data. So field label, field value. What about email? Yeah, you see, like field label, field value, they all are being the same. And this, well, but if we actually have them like the first and the second element, we can distinguish by those as well. So I want to try one little trick now. So let's go for phone. And I want to find response.css, and is it a div? Yeah, it is. So div class equals to this one. And if I just say like extract all the nested text, all the nested text, it would give me both phone and email, but it's not exactly what I wanted to have here. Say like it's given both the, oh, it also gives the website. But on the other hand, it's not a big deal actually. Yeah, it just gives for, hold on a sec. Oh, not response. What have I done? Card. So phone, email, and if available, then website as well. Well, probably, I'm just wondering, what if we... I'm thinking how properly to make use of this data to actually extract every value from the string. Well, let's say we can split by the colon, and okay, probably, yeah, it seems like I just got an idea. So instead of doing this directly here, we'll go for, yes, this tutorial is getting interesting, by the way, guys. You know, like, it's not that trivial even. So, okay, we got a phone, we got a website, and we also got an email. And here we want to extract, let's say, contexts. So let's create context variable like this. And filter it a little bit. So item for item. No, not like this. Hold on a sec. Let's first join this. and I want to print it as well. Okay. Oh. Okay, so telephone. Okay, good. And now I want to replace two new lines with a single new line, and then I want to replace, sorry, it's not the best ever idea to write this in a single line, but anyway, and then I want to replace the new line with well, let's say this or symbol. Excuse me. Oh, just a typo. Okay, so telephone, email, website. Okay, and now, good. And now we can actually split this one. We can split it by this symbol or symbol. So let's have a look. And okay, what about, we have a website. Okay, and we need to strip the first and the last elements, so 1 and -1 like this. Okay, phone, email, website. So phone is always first, then goes email, right? And then website is if available. Okay, yeah, now this is pretty nice. So features phone would it be equal? Well, we can wrap this into the try except statement. Probably, well, it's just okay, contacts, and the first element split by colon and the very last one. Okay, the phone has been extracted, and I also want to strip this. And for the well, let's then go for email. So email should go before the website. Okay, and here using this one. Okay, and now when we do the same for the website, it should give us an error because website is not available everywhere. Website 2 should give an error now. Okay, list index out of range. Yeah, this is expected. This is expected, so let's say try and just do nothing if it's not available. Okay, and here we can say simply not available by default, and if site would be there, it would just right in the website. I'm wondering, it doesn't print, so I probably need to append HTTP to the website. It's a little bit confusing why the HTTP is not being okay. Well, HTTPS is available, then why it doesn't actually? Oh no, so here website is okay. Yeah, it's just a matter of, so here, and here it's, okay. So let's separate by website instead of, yeah, sorry guys, this is my bad. So split like this. Yeah, now this has been fixed. Okay. Okay, don't need to print context anymore, I believe. So what else interesting do we have here? Practice area. This also might be extracted optionally, I believe. The social net links looks a bit weird. Or just some Google Maps stuff. Okay, so the first guy should be having some social links, some social net links. Does it have them here? Jasper, okay, Jasper. Okay, here they are. Okay, inspect. Okay, so it's a little bit weird to search element by style, but I just want to try that to see if it's gonna be working. So here I want to extract social links and say social links. So by default they would be not available, like this. And here card CSS and div with a style equals to this one. I'm really wondering, I've never been extracting CSS elements by the style attribute, so I'm really tempted to know if this is gonna be working. Yeah, and within this one I want to get all the A tags and the attribute of href and get all. So let's have a look. Okay. Not available, not available. Well, mostly they are not available, but at least the very first guy, no, still doesn't have them. It's a little bit strange. At least I want to print them. Well, actually, I can see some links. Oh, yeah, I just didn't, obviously, I just didn't, yeah, I didn't assign them. And here, just want to say features, social links equals to social links. Okay. And even this Google Maps map stuff is available. Hold on a sec, I'm just wondering. So it's not always getting the proper link for some reason. So what does this mean? Okay, Alan Cody McGuire. So what is there? Oh, so in this case we need to, so yeah, it's probably, oh, what have I done? Oh, just download some file, but anyway, we need to append. So let's say no, not like this. Or oh, I think, hold on a sec. So HTTP in URL else I'm not sure if this is gonna be working. Let's just try to see. Okay, so it seems to be appending no, not like this, like this. So it appends, just want to make sure if this link would be working. So in theory it should be downloading some sort of a file. I have no idea of what is that, but okay, nope. Well, maybe maybe the link itself doesn't, or nope. Hold on a sec. Okay, so this guy, so okay, this is the link. So it must be different from, okay, now it works here. So we just download it. Okay, perfect. So it seems to be working. And on the other hand, we have some Google Maps map stuff, or a Facebook link. Some guys have the Facebook link. I saw that, I swear. Okay. Yeah, like this one. So just want to make sure it's gonna working. Okay. Yeah, seems like the page is alive. Maybe some sort of a Facebook group or something. Okay, good. That's good. So what else? What else? I think this is it, right? So social link nets, so social net links, email, phone, website if available. Okay, we can also champion member. So this some sort of a champion member flag is available, and also somewhere it might have a photo. So I just want to have a look if the selector is unique somehow. Copy. Let's try to see if it's gonna be working as well. Let's say, no, probably put it before name. Let's say photo URL and card CSS image class. Oh, what have I done? And is this the source attribute? Hold on a sec. Yeah, this is the source attribute. Okay. And I believe that we also would need to append the base URL to it. So okay, I forgot to get it probably. Yeah. Oh, I can append the string in case. Okay, so in this case, okay, this is predictable. So let's make it not available by default, and here, here I want to extract photo. So let's say if, well, actually, let's make it photo URL and say if photo URL is not none. In this case, we want to say features photo URL, or it's just photo, right? No, photo URL. Okay, photo URL would be equal to what we got there. Okay. Okay, photo URL not available, and here it is available. So yeah, let's try to have a look if it's a valid photo of a lawyer. Yeah, it seems like. Okay, good. And the very last is this champion member. Well, I think this might be treated as the flag. So image copy. We don't need the source itself. We just need the. It's the matter of if this selector is available actually. So let's call it. So how do they call this basically? Champion member. Okay. Champion member, and this would be either true or false. So by default it would be let's say no, and if find some that it would be switched to yes. So extract, let's call it status. Okay, and status would be equal to card.css, and we're looking for image with the class equals to this one, and we can just get it, right? We don't need to specify anything. And now we can simply say if status is not none. In this case, we can say features champion member would be equal to yes. I'm not sure if this is going to be working at the moment, so let's give it a try and test. So champion member, so last one is no, and the one before the last is yes. So let's see if it corresponds to the real situation. So this one is not, and this one is. Okay, and the next one also is, and then the next one is not. Okay, is, no. Yeah, it seems like being extracted correctly. Well, okay guys, so we are almost done, and well, probably I would get satisfied with specifying the custom settings to store this to CSV, even though usually I prefer to use to write data to CSV directly. But the problem is that we have some multiple nested requests. Where if the crawling logic is complicated, it's not always working like this default storing data to CSV or whatever format. But here I think this should be working. So let's try custom settings, and I just define the custom settings dictionary, which is again like default for the SCRAPY spider we're inheriting from, and saying the feed format equals to CSV and feed URI equals to, let's call it lawyers dot lawyers.csv. Okay, now this file should appear in the current working directory as far as we run this stuff. Okay, so let's try by, so I don't want to print anything apparently, so let's try by, let's actually try to run it. Yeah, before we try to run it, I need to get rid of these lines first. So now start the crawler. Okay, and what do we have in the lawyers CSV? Okay, we don't have anything. Oh yeah, that's because I didn't yield the features. So here I want to store data to CSV file, and I just simply say yield features, save. Now this should be storing the data, hopefully. Okay, yeah, perfect. Let's have a look at the data in LibreOffice to make sure that columns matching each other, and if everything works, then I'll just get rid of unnecessary code and enable the loop over the range of pages. Okay, so photo is not available everywhere, but the company address is available. Okay, address, phone, email, website, social links. Yeah, social links is the list, so they are comma separated value on their own. So we have some many links there if available. Okay, seems to be working quite pretty nicely. So pretty satisfied with the results. Let me just get rid of this file for a moment, and I don't also need this temporary HTML response. Okay, so let's get rid of all the code that we don't need here. Save. Don't need this line as well. Okay, and also don't need this line. Okay, get rid of the break statement to crawl through all the 10 pages, and I think this is it, right? Yeah, so let's try to run and see what's gonna happen here. Okay. Yeah, it's going quite pretty fast because I didn't specify the download delay or something, so it just goes almost instantly. Yeah, it seems like lots of data available here. So yeah, let's have a look at the data in the LibreOffice one last time, and if it is okay, I think we can say that our scraper is done. Okay, yeah, it seems like this is just fine. So we have up to 240 lawyers. Not that bad, I believe. Okay, yeah, seems to be it. So, well, the phone is not always extracted that great. Well, I'm just a little bit wondering what's going wrong with this sort of a phone. And sometimes we have email instead of a phone, which is not correct. So I need to work this out a little bit. Okay. Oh, okay. So sometimes it seems like it's happening that, yeah, that the email is treated as the phone while the website is treated as the email, and it says like it thinks like there is no website, but it's not true, obviously. So yeah, I need to handle this little exception. So I'm a little bit wondering about this sort of a phone. So is this from, if I could that easily figure out which kind of page is that. Yeah, probably, yeah, let's start with this guy. Well, let's assume this is the page number 9. Nope. Okay, maybe just too long. Still no. Come on, this is a bit strange. So how many lowers we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 lawyers. 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so it should be he should be on the page 9. Let's try to find him manually in this case. I'm just wondering what's wrong with this email. Okay. Can I find here? Oh, okay, I can. Oh, I see. The order is different because we've been doing the asynchronous request. Yeah, so he can be okay. This guy can be on whatever page because the order is not the same that we had on the target site. So he can be from any page. Okay, this is a bit confusing to me. This is a little bit confusing, but anyway. Let's assume that this is the real world job. In this case, you should be sensitive to these tiny little details. Okay. Well, obviously, checking everyone is not an option, but maybe I'm lucky to find the guy quickly. Okay. It would be fun if I don't find him on any page. Yeah, this is getting really weird. Okay, thank God. Page number 6. Callback against calendar method works. Okay, so something is wrong with the phone or the target site, so it's not my fault. Okay, good. Okay, then probably the very last thing to consider is, so here I'm just now thinking regarding the logic of how to handle these indices. So well, let's say if the first element is digit, in this case I want to make it like so, and otherwise I want to make it like email and website. Let's see if this is going to be working. So deleting the CSV and sorry, it's Python. I was coding chess engine in C recently, so just always forgetting the syntax. Okay, obviously it's Python. Okay. Were these redirects before? I'm just wondering. Don't even remember if those redirects were on the cards. Well, not sure. Okay, anyway, did it create the lawyers list? It did. Good. Okay, so just what kind of redirects? So did it give me the redirects in the previous part? Okay. Whoa. Okay, no, this is the photo URL, so this is correct. And yeah, I'm interested in phones and email and website. So it might happen. Okay, so if the phone is, whoa, so there is even. Okay, this case is interesting. Well, this case is actually interesting by the fact that the website might be okay. And also, instead of phone, we might not have only the digit, but also this opening parenthesis. Okay. Well, this is stored correctly. This one is stored correctly. And by the way, so in the website, I should not split by I should split like this, I believe. Okay, yeah. Okay. But another little trick here that, so this should get done now. Yeah, and this one. So yeah, I believe that we need to distinguish every kind of so we can distinguish the website by the availability of HTTP in it, and let's say the email by the availability of the @ symbol, and the phone is either a digit. Well, actually, well, in theory we could have that. Well, okay, so let me get rid of this file, and let's say or is equal to opening parentheses. Okay. Okay. On the other hand, well, the problem is that I can actually manually set up. Which kind of index to store where in particular want to store every index, but they might be different from time to time. So I'm just thinking maybe I should probably loop over the contacts, and yeah, that is something that I want to try now. Okay, guys, I just want to try one little thing here. So let's try to loop over contacts. So for item in contacts, and now let's say if @ symbol in item, and yeah, as far as we need, or hold on, yeah, we don't actually, we just can reference the item, right? Let's try to see. So in this case, well, let's first just try to print email. Okay. And the item elif HTTP in item, this would be print website, and else everything else should be treated as the phone number, print phone. Yeah, I think this should be working actually. I really hope so. So, well, let's say so features phone is equal to item. Yeah, not the item itself, but yeah, but this, okay, so it's not that simple. I mean, no, it is, but what have I done? And here like this, and here like this. Well, this should now resolve all the issues we had with the malformed kind of columns. Okay, so let's try this one more time. I really hope now it should be kind of better. Okay, so by the way, I didn't say any redirects this time. Okay, so let's have a look if this fix has changed something actually. Okay, phone, email, okay. So all the phones, all the emails. Yeah, it seems like now it's kind of... Okay, so here we have the email right where it has to be. Good. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be fixed now. Really seems like. So website, only websites, email, only in emails, and phones are only located within the phones. Yeah, seems to be working. Okay guys, so this is it from my side. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and learned something interesting out of it. So this is the example of how the real world web scraping job looks like. So just make sure to do a good job when you're making something for your clients, emphasizing the tiny little details of preparing the data set so it would look like appropriately, like make sure that phone is phone, email is email, and so on. Well, probably one last. So we could have just be adding this NA to if the phone is not available. Yeah, we could have done that. So probably the very last thing is just to say set all of them to NA by default like this. And then if someone would be actually, so yeah, let's just try to make it one last time. So if the phone is not available, it should be printing like phone is not available. Okay. Okay, phone is not available if it's not available. Yeah guys, this is it from my side, so hope to see you in the next tutorials on this Code Making channel. Until that time, and take care.